Welcome to Salesforce Ladder. It's time to check your score. Here is the answer of first week questions, that is day 1 to day 7 of 100-day scenario-based interview questions. 1. You are working with two account records. Account A and Account B. A user accidentally created a duplicate. How would you identify and merge these two records in Salesforce? Answer. To identify and merge duplicate account records, use Salesforce duplicate rules and matching rules to flag potential duplicates automatically. Click on the Merge Accounts button. Salesforce will merge the records, keeping the master and deleting the others, while transferring related records, like contacts, opportunities, to the master. 2. Your company wants to track assets related to customers, including device type, warranty status, and purchase date. Would you use a standard object or create a custom one? Justify your answer. Answer. We will use the standard asset object if the requirement get fulfilled by it, as it already includes fields like asset name, serial number, purchase date, status, etc. It's also linked directly to the account and contact objects. However, if your asset requirements are very unique, e.g., complex product hierarchies or special automation, you can extend the standard object or create a custom object. 3. A flow is throwing an error because a deleted custom object was referenced in it. What are the consequences of deleting a custom object, and how can you avoid such issues? Answer. Salesforce will not allow you to delete a custom object if it is currently being referenced in active components such as flows, validation rules, process builders, Apex classes, triggers, etc. Salesforce will display an error message during deletion, listing all dependencies and references that must be removed or deactivated first. 4. You are managing customer support. Each contact can have multiple cases. What type of relationship is this, and how is it set up in Salesforce? Answer. This is a lookup relationship because cases can exist independently even if no contact is linked. A single contact can be associated with multiple cases. 1. N relationship. To set this up, go to Case Object right pointing arrow fields and Relationships right pointing arrow, create a new lookup field to contact. 5. Your organization is managing projects and tasks using two custom objects, project__C and task__C. The requirement is, if a project is deleted, all its related tasks should also be deleted. Which relationship should be used and why? Answer. Use a master detail relationship between project__C, master, and task__C, detail. Why? Master detail allows cascade delete, meaning deleting a project will also delete all its tasks. The detail, task, inherits ownership and sharing settings from the master, project. 6. You have an existing lookup relationship between two objects but now need it to behave like a parent-child dependency. How can you convert the lookup into master detail, and what are the impacts of this change? Answer. To convert, ensure all existing child records, detail, have a value in the lookup field, no nulls allowed. Navigate to Object Manager right pointing arrow child object right pointing arrow lookup field right pointing arrow, change field type to master detail. Impacts. Deleting the master record will now delete all child records. Child record sharing and ownership will be controlled by the master. You can now use roll-up summary fields. 7. You have multiple invoice__C records linked to an account. Management wants to display the total invoice amount on the account record. How would you achieve this? Answer. Use a roll-up summary field on the account object where summarized type will be sum and field to aggregate will be amount field of invoice object. 8. On the contact object, you need to calculate and display the person's age using the date_of_birth__C field. How would you write this formula? Answer. Create a formula field on the contact object of type number, 0 decimal places. Formula, floor, today, date_of_birth__C, 365, explanation, today, gives the current date. Floor removes decimals to get the whole number age. 9. Your sales team wants to highlight accounts as high-value customers if the total closed won opportunities exceed 100,000 rupees. How would you implement this using formula or roll-up fields? Answer. Option 1. Use roll-up summary on account where summary type will be sum and filter criteria will be stage equals closed won. Option 2. Use the roll-up summary field to display high-value customer if the amount exceeds 100,000 rupees. Formula. If total underscore closed underscore one underscore opportunity underscore amount underscore C greater than equals 100,000, high value customer, standard customer. 10. On the leave underscore request underscore C object, users should not be allowed to request a leave for a past date. How would you write a validation rule for this? Answer. Leave underscore start underscore date underscore C less than today, 11. You have a phone underscore number underscore C field on a custom object. You need to ensure users always enter exactly 10 digits. How would you validate this? Answer. Not regex phone underscore number underscore C caret 0 to 9 $10 $12. Your HR app has an employee underscore C object. You want to restrict the salary underscore C field so that it must be greater than 5,000 rupees unless the position underscore C field is set to, in turn. What would the validation rule look like? Answer. And salary underscore C less than equals 5,000, not ISPICKVAL, position underscore C, intern. 13. You're building a job management app. The job underscore C object has two types, full-time and part-time. You want different layouts for each type. How would you configure this using record types and page layouts? Answer. Create two record types on job underscore C, full-time, part-time. Create two page layouts, customized for each type. Assign each page layout to the corresponding record type via page layout assignment under profiles. Record types control the business process and picklist values, page layouts control field visibility and arrangement. 14. For part-time jobs, you want to hide the salary underscore C field from users. What combination of tools would you use to implement this scenario? Answer. We will create record types, part-time versus full-time. On part-time page layout we will not place salary underscore C. Assign this layout to relevant users via profile page layout assignment. Alternative. Use dynamic forms to conditionally hide salary underscore C if job type equals part-time. 15. Your client is confused between page layouts and record types. How would you explain the difference with a real-world Salesforce example? Answer. Record types define what kind of record it is and control picklist values and assign page layouts. E.g., on the opportunity object, new business, versus existing customer, record types would present different sales processes and default fields. Page layouts define what fields, sections, and related lists appear on a record detail page, and in what order. E.g., the new business opportunity record type might show a competitor analysis section on its assigned page layout, while the existing customer layout might show a renewal history section. In essence, record types determine the business process and what page layout is shown, while page layouts determine the visual presentation of fields for that specific record type. 16. Your company's hierarchy is CEO greater than manager, sales representative. Each sales rep should only see their own opportunities, while managers should see their team's records. How would you implement this using roles and sharing settings? Answer. Set org-wide default for opportunity to private. Create a role hierarchy, CEO greater than manager, sales representative. Enable, grant access using role hierarchy, for opportunity. 17. An HR profile should not have access to the salary underscore C field on employee underscore C. How can you ensure this field is completely hidden from HR users? Answer. Go to field level security for salary underscore C. Uncheck visible for the HR profile. 18. A specific group of users should have read-only access to the contact object. How would you implement this using profiles or permission sets? Answer. Use permission set, object permissions, read-only on contact. Assign this permission set to the specific user group. 19. Your org requires that case records be private by default. Only the owner and their manager can see them. How would you configure this? Answer. Set org-wide default for case to private. Use role hierarchy, ensure managers are above their reps and grant access using hierarchy is enabled. 20. A user in the finance department needs read access to the vehicle underscore C object but shouldn't edit any data. You don't want to create a new profile. How would you grant this access? Answer. Create a permission set, object, read-only access to vehicle underscore C. Assign the permission set to the finance users. 21. 2 users with the same role are seeing different records in opportunity. What are some possible configuration reasons behind this? Answer: there could be many reasons, few of them are. Record ownership: users only see records they own, if OWD is private. Org-wide defaults: OWD, opportunity is set to private or controlled by parent. Sharing rules: one user's records may match a sharing rule, the others don't. Manual sharing: one user's records may have been manually shared. Profiles, permission sets: one user may have view all on opportunity. Custom sharing, Apex, flows, logic may be granting access only to one user. If you have any query, drop them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Salesforce Ladder for more Salesforce content, updates and jobs.